Hi everybody, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. Today's pick a card reading was actually requested by one of you lovely viewers. So we're going to be looking at how your person really feels about your connection, and this is specifically and especially for those of you who are in no contact with your person. So this can be someone you have very little contact with, or someone that is just completely silent on their end and you're not sure what's going on. I think it can also bring clarity if you just don't know what is on your person's mind and are just really curious about what's going on in their head when it comes to this connection. So I have 4 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 is going to be the bat. Pile 2, the snake. Pile 3, the elephant. And pile 4, the cobra. So we'll go ahead and just dive into your readings. Pick whichever animal you feel the most drawn to, or pick according to number. Just use your intuition. Pause the video if you need to give yourself a little more time to meditate on the cards. And I'm going to have your timestamps down below in the description box, so it'll be easy for you to find your reading. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with pile number 1. Hi Group 1, if you picked the bat, this is your reading all about how your person is currently feeling about your connection, and this is especially if you are in little to no contact with the person on your mind. So we're going to start by looking at the feelings on the surface. So these are going to be the feelings that this person has on the surface, or the way that they tend to display their feelings, the way you see them. And then we're going to look deeper at their feelings that are beneath the surface, at the more hidden feelings and the more hidden parts of their personality. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. We have the bat here, and this is going to represent feelings on the surface, and beneath that we have the owl. So this is kind of 2 sides of the coin, each side of the coin representing your person. So let's just look at these cards a little bit. We have 2 air signs here. So this person could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They don't have to be an air sign. They might have a lot of air attributes about them. They might be somebody who is great at communicating. They might be someone who is very straightforward. They might even be someone who's a little bit harsh at times, and you might find them to be a bit harsh. Because this is showing up both on their external and internal side of this kind of evaluation we're doing, I do think that this person might come across as a bit short sometimes, a bit harsh, and like their words can actually be a little bit cutting sometimes. I think it might be something you appreciate about them, their straightforwardness, but then at times it can be a little bit much. I'm also picking up on, like, if you are in no contact with this person, if this is someone who has demonstrated the ability to be pretty straightforward, to be pretty decisive about things, this can be a little bit of a confusing energy for you to find yourself in with them, because you are feeling like you're not getting the information from them that you deserve to get, or the information that you are asking for. And you've seen them be really straightforward with this information in the past. You've seen them be pretty forthcoming with information, and be pretty decisive, and just say what they want and say what they need and say what's on their mind. And in this case, it's like there's a lot of silence coming from them. So that can be really confusing and frustrating, knowing that they can do better than that. One thing I really want to point out is both of these animals are nocturnal animals. These are both animals that are active at night and that make most of their moves under the cover of night. So I do think that there is a mysterious element to this person, at least to you. Everyone may see them as mysterious, but in this case, there's definitely a feeling of mystery, and there's a feeling of not having all of the answers. There's a feeling of being left in the dark when it comes to this person. It's feeling like they're not being upfront with their feelings, and like you can't figure out what's going on. So I am kind of feeling that you are, in this connection, feeling a lot like this person doesn't care. You're feeling like they kind of just moved on, like they just let go of this connection and kind of just dropped you, and doesn't feel a lot of remorse for it, doesn't feel like a desperation, like a need for you, the way that you may be feeling towards them. It's like they just picked up and forgot about it, and it seems easy for them. I think that's really hard for you because this connection isn't something that's easy for you to let go of. So you're wondering, why is this so easy for you to step away from this connection? Why is this so easy for you to not have contact with me or to have so little contact with me when for me, I'm thinking about you every day. I'm wondering, where you are and what you're up to and what's going on in your life every single day. And you're just wondering, do you feel like that about me? Are you wondering about me? Am I on your mind as much as you are on my mind? So I do think that this person on a surface level has the ability to kind of transform, to change, to reinvent themselves. And they might be somebody who comes across this way very often in life. They might be somebody who it just seems like they can move from one thing to the next with ease. Maybe they start a new job and they just effortlessly fall into the new role that they're playing. Or they move to a different city and they just fit in and they make friends, and it just seems really easy for them. And that might be something that you admire about them. It could even be something that you envy about them if you take a longer time to adjust to scenarios. But I think in this particular case, that attribute about them might be a little bit hurtful and insulting at times, because it just feels like, oh, you can move on so easily. You can just readjust to the situation so easily. And, not call me, not need me, not try to connect with me. How are you able to do that? So I can see that energy coming from you. I can see you being pretty confused about what this person is doing. I also want to point out that both of these, the bat and the owl, are both known for their supernatural abilities, supernatural powers. So your person might be highly psychic. They might not be aware of their abilities, but this is definitely somebody who possesses a lot of wisdom, who may see things that other people don't see. They see things in a way that other people don't see them. Kind of like with this night energy, this nocturnal energy that's coming through for this person, this might not even be something that a lot of people know about them, because it seems like a lot of their more spiritual side, more of their intellectual side is something that they really keep to themselves, whether they're doing that on purpose or it's just not something that they have the vocabulary to express, or it's just not something that they feel comfortable expressing. It does feel like there's a chance that they kind of keep this part of themselves to themselves. So it might not be something you know about them, how spiritually evolved they are or how much they rely on their intuition, because they can come across as somebody who is very unfeeling with all this air energy. They can come across as somebody who's very matter of fact and who's not operating off of emotional feelings whatsoever. But I think there is a lot more emotion going on here than you might realize. There's a lot more intuitive, kind of like something intuitive driving what they're doing more so than you realize. Let's look into some of their hidden feelings with this owl. Something that you don't know about this person is that they actually see the possibility of this connection more than they're expressing to you. It feels like there's almost like a block when it comes to them actually verbalizing this and expressing it to you, because you're, with all of this nocturnal energy, you're kind of left in the dark about how they feel, but they're feeling the possibilities here. They're kind of waiting to seize an opportunity with you more than you realize. And I think that's important to note. We're going to look into your oracle cards in a little bit, and we can get more about this connection in general, or about this person. We'll kind of see what comes through. But yeah, I think there's more here. It's like they know more than they are letting on. They're observing more, and they're really, really great listeners, very observant. Your person picks up on every little detail. Your person listens to everything that you have told them. I think that it's important to remember that they are aware of everything that you've said to them, everything you've told them, every request you've made, everything you've asked for. They listened and they remember. It can seem at times like they did not hear you, and like they must have forgotten what you agreed on, or where this was going, or just kind of like what plans you had made. It might seem like they forgot about that completely. They did not. This person is highly observant, and they did not forget about that at all. I think it's somebody who makes you feel like you're being listened to and heard when you are in their company, and when you're not in their company, you feel like you've been completely cut off and shut out. So that can be a little hard. Those are two very different energies. at play there. But I do think it's important to remember that they are aware of what you need. They've heard you. And we'll look into this deeper to see kind of what that means, because I'm really getting like two different feelings when it comes to that. It's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Did they listen and they remember and they heard and they're ignoring it, or are they working on trying to apply that? So we're gonna try to see if they're looking to apply that stuff, because it's kind of insulting if somebody knows exactly what you need and they blow you off. So let's look into your oracle cards. Move these up a little bit and we'll see what else we can get about your connection. Okay, we have truth be told. Yeah. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Shadow. And confusion. Okay. First off, I'm looking at some of the numbers that showed up here. So we have number 14, reduces to a 5. We have number 21, which reduces to a 3. So we are dealing with some sort of instability here. There's a feeling of instability. There's a feeling of not groundedness and lack of security. So I think that could be coming through as your feelings when it comes to this connection. You're feeling a lack of security. You're feeling a little bit like you've been left. They may be feeling this way too for a number of reasons, but it is interesting just to note that there is some kind of feeling of instability here, that it doesn't feel like this connection is on solid ground, like it's on firm footing. And that could just be the fact that you don't feel like it is because you don't really know what's going on, because this person leaves you in the dark a lot. Okay. On this truth be told card here, we have this owl here. So more owl energy coming through. That really kind of intensifies things for me. That really kind of lets me know that this person knows a lot. This person is extremely wise and intuitive when it comes to this connection. They've picked up on a lot, and they're not expressing a lot, but it really kind of solidifies that to me, that they are well aware. You've been heard, and they're well aware. So this truth be told card, this really shows me this person wants to be transparent with you. They want to communicate with you. And I think what's more than that is that they want to be transparent with themselves. So there is this feeling that they are not even willing to accept their feelings, that they themselves might be kind of left in the dark about this connection. To you, it feels like they have information that they're not willing to give up, but it's like, I'm looking at this and realizing they are, they're in the dark about it too. I think in a way they know how they feel, but coming to terms with these feelings is a lot for them. Now we have this shadow card here. Let's go to the shadow card, because I think, again, with all of this darkness, this nocturnal energy, and then the shadow card coming out, I think that this connection has forced this person to really take a good hard look at themselves and to look at some of those shadow aspects of their personality that they have not been willing to look at before. And this could be a big reason why they have pulled away from you, or why they have kind of like lessened the contact between the two of you. It's not easy for them to be in contact with you, because your presence forces them to confront some of these darker shadow aspects of their personality, some of the events that have taken place in their life that they don't even want to look at. They don't even want to face these things. It's not so much that this person doesn't know. Again, all this owl energy tells me this is a very wise person, a very intelligent person, a very intuitive and connected person. So they know about all of these shadow aspects of themselves, but they can kind of get away with not having to explore them. They can get away with not kind of like doing the deep cleaning in a way. They can get away with that in their everyday life. They can't get away with that with you. So it can be uncomfortable for them. They're having to confront their shadow self. I think they are confronting their shadow self. We're going to pull tarot. We'll look at that. I think this is something they're going to move into doing. But as of right now, they feel almost threatened being around you, because it really threatens their sense of security. It threatens the sense of self that they've built up, that they kind of project out to the world. It threatens that because you're forcing them to look deeper. So we have this pay attention to red flags card, and we have this healing family issues. Your person may be dealing with a lot when it comes to their home life. So for some of you, this could be somebody who is married or who was married and is dealing with a lot of baggage and residual kind of drama from a past relationship, and being around you is a bit too much for them to take because they just still feel really tethered to this past situation. And that could be part of this shadow self and letting go of some things. So I do want you to be aware that this person very well could be in another relationship. This might be a relationship that you're aware of. It might be like I was saying, an ex, like maybe they're going through a divorce, or they are practically broken up with this person, but they may share children or share responsibilities, share a home, share bills, share something that is keeping them connected to this person. So it could be that. It could be something you know about and they're moving away from this connection. It could also be that they are not being upfront with you. There is a lot of this, again, this dark, this nocturnal energy, this feeling of something being kind of hidden beneath the surface. I don't think that this person is deceptive. For most of you, that's not going to be the case. But I do want you to keep that on your mind, because we have the pay attention to red flags card. And then this family issues card is kind of bringing me to potentially a past relationship or a past situation with somebody that they have started a family with. This could also speak to issues that they have, like childhood wounds that are not being healed, something that kind of is contributing to this shadow self, making them really need to go within and heal some of this stuff before they're ready to come together in a connection with you. I also want to point out kind of a different way to interpret this pay attention to red flags card, because I think that in some ways this card is speaking to you, and in other ways this card is speaking to your person. I think for you, there's a hesitance coming from their part. They are extremely hesitant about this. And I think that this card is kind of your guides reminding you to pay attention to the fact that they are being this hesitant, that they are leaving you in the dark, that they aren't giving you the answers that you want, that they are not communicating. And to make note of that, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're not being treated the way you deserve to be treated, and you kind of knew all along that it was going to go this way based on how this person is acting. So for some of you, this card is really speaking to you, and it's just a little reminder for you to keep your standards intact, for you to really remember what you're worth, and to pay attention to all the little hints that this person is giving you that this might not be a connection that you want to explore at this point in time, the way that they are behaving. For some of you, this card is really talking to your person, and it's really more about almost looking for, like, I feel like looking for like a boogeyman, like looking under the bed for a monster that doesn't exist. I think that your person is terrified of this connection, and they are looking for red flags where there are not any. They're looking for signs that they shouldn't continue in this connection, that they shouldn't make a move, that it's too scary of a place for them to venture. They are trying to come up with excuses to not have to confront these shadow aspects of themselves, to not have to confront you, to not have to tell the truth when it comes to this connection. They're looking for reasons, they're looking for excuses. And when I look at this card, this confusion card, I kind of see why, because they are confused about this connection. I don't think that they're confused about their feelings for you. This truth be told card really lets me know that their feelings for you are strong, but I think that they are confused about how to move forward based on who they are, what parts of their personality they haven't let come to the light, and potentially some issues, relational issues. It can be issues with their family, or it can be I guess either way, it's their family. It can be an ex, they might have children, but it can be things that happen between them and their parents. And this card could be talking about them as parents, or it could be talking about their parents. So they might have some healing to do, and it's leaving them really confused about how to move forward in this connection. So they feel a lot of confusion about this, and it is making them be hesitant. But again, that's something for you to really make note of, how hesitant they are being, and how much you want to wait for somebody who is this reluctant to explore something with you. So pay attention to that. Let's pull some tarot and kind of get deeper, just get some information. We'll see. We might get some more about how they're feeling. We might get some information about what they're likely to do. Let's look at these cards that came out. Okay. So we had the World card, number 21, come out. Another 21. So again, reduces to a 3. We had the Two of Wands. Let's see what else. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands and we have the King of Wands come out in reverse. Interesting. Very interesting. Right off, I feel like this Queen of Wands is you and the King of Wands is your person. I think that this person is your counterpart. I think you're aware of that. I think that the two of you in theory could be great together, could be perfect together, but your person is coming across as somebody who is not quite evolved in their kinghood. Like, they're not ready to step up to the plate in that way. And you're coming across as somebody very vibrant and very attractive and very exuberant and charismatic, and like you have so much to offer, and like you're aware of how much you have to offer. So it's a little bit frustrating waiting for this person. I am seeing you here waiting for this person with this Two of Wands energy. There may even be a little bit of an aspect of them waiting for you. It's like waiting for this connection to come together. I think in a lot of ways, both of you are waiting. It can feel to you like you're waiting on them. To them, I don't think they really feel like they're waiting on you, but I think they're waiting for something. They're waiting for something to change. They're waiting for the path to be cleared in some way. They're waiting to be able to speak the truth to you. I think the World card here is really interesting because it really shows me that you're coming up on a new cycle when it comes to this connection. There's something new here. You're completing a cycle. Let's get a little bit of clarity on these cards here. I think that the two of you really are completing a cycle. So this King of Wands energy showing up in reverse might not be something that lasts. Let's get some clarity on this World card for group 1. Okay. Oh, so many cards. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. So yeah, you're moving on to something else when it comes to this connection. And for some of you, that could be moving away from this connection, choosing to not stay around and wait for this, kind of venturing away for some of you. For others, I think it's that this kind of energy of holding back and waiting to see what's going to happen. I think that you might receive a little bit of movement when it comes to that. I do want to clarify this King of Wands. Okay. Interesting. I was just talking about the Two of Wands, and then the Two of Wands came out to clarify the King of Wands. So I think your person is really planning. Two of Wands energy really is a planning energy. It's like a calculating energy, a waiting for results type of energy. And I think that having this card come out twice, I think really shows that both of you are planning. You see how they are looking towards each other. So I think the plan is to come together. The thought there to bring this connection together, that is happening on both ends of this. And I think that once your person formulates their plan, whether that has to do with some family drama or some past connection that they need to completely cut out of their life, I think once they have that plan, you're going to start to see that King of Wands energy show up in the upright. You're going to see kind of that mastery. You're going to see that charismatic person, that passionate person, that person that can really direct their energy forward towards what they want. And then the two of you are actually excellent counterparts here, showing up in this reading as the King and the Queen of Wands. So definitely fire energy. It doesn't matter what gender you identify with. So don't let the King and the Queen kind of hold you back. This King could be a female, and this Queen could identify as a male. It makes no difference. It could be two males, it makes no difference. The point is just the energy. But I am seeing you coming through in the upright. I'm seeing you as this bright, vibrant person that is so attractive and has so much going for you. And this person in your life, this connection, I feel like, is the thing that you feel like you can't get going because it feels stalled. But I think really focus on yourself, focus on this Queen of Wands energy, focus on just exploring all of your passions and bringing everything that you love and enjoy into your life. And this person is planning. They're definitely planning, they're plotting, they're looking at how they can get this King of Wands energy in the upright. So I think I'm going to leave it there for you today, Group 1. I really enjoyed reading your cards. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below and let me know. And consider subscribing if you feel called to do that. I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, Group 2. If you picked the snake, this is going to be your reading all about how your person is currently feeling about your connection, especially if you are in little to no contact with this person. So to begin this reading, we're going to look at the more surface level feelings this person has when it comes to your connection, and then we're also going to look at some of their hidden feelings when it comes to this connection. So the surface level can be the way that you see them, the way that they display themselves within this connection, and beneath the surface, these are the things that you are not aware of, the things that maybe only they know when it comes to how they're viewing this connection. So we're starting off here with the snake. This is going to be the surface level, the feelings that are on the surface. And then behind that, we have the black egg for their hidden feelings. So really interesting. The black egg is one of the spirit elements in this deck. There's only, I think, 5 of these cards. So they're very rare and they are very special. They kind of hold a different meaning. So we'll look into that. So looking at this snake, this is earth energy. A person may be an earth sign. It's not a whole lot to go off of with this one card, but they might be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I think what's most important about this is on the surface, your person is pretty charismatic. I think your person is kind of somebody who draws a lot of attention. They might be very attractive. They might be super funny. They're kind of the life of the party. Even if they are not very outgoing, they definitely have their little group of friends that they hang around with, or in a smaller setting, they can be quite charismatic. They can show that part of themselves that's kind of outgoing and funny and kind of magnetic in a way. I do think this person has a certain amount of charm to them. There's something charming about them. If not in general, they have definitely charmed you. I feel like they use their charm when it comes to you. This snake card also makes me think of potential and maybe untapped potential. So I think that in your case, you may see this person as somebody who has a lot of untapped potential, somebody who could go really far, but maybe doesn't apply themselves always. It might just be that you see them in this connection as somebody who could be exactly what you need. This connection has a lot of potential. They have a lot to offer, and they've already shown that to you, but then they tend to move in ways that makes it so that it comes across as untapped potential, as something that you weren't able to explore. Let's look a little bit at their hidden feelings with this black egg. So I think with this card coming out in the hidden feelings portion, what I'm really picking up on here is that the charisma that you see in this person, the way that you feel about them, it is all a front. Like, this is somebody who really puts on a good front when it comes to feeling carefree, seeming like they're really confident, seeming like they can just kind of like go into any place and just make it happen, have all eyes on them. It's really a front, and I don't know if you're aware of that about them. So you may see them as super confident, as really thinking highly of themselves, and to them, that's not always the case. I think that's not usually the case. I think that they are really starting to come to terms with who they truly are. So they may have worn a mask through their whole lives. They may have been that person that kind of pretended to like certain things, or to have a certain personality to fit in with people when they were growing up, and that's something that they brought into adulthood, so they look like they effortlessly fit in with people, but really there's kind of a disconnect for them because they're just coming to terms with who they really are. They're just letting themselves even see who they really are. This is someone who might be very creative, so there's a lot of potential here with this this snake and with the egg. The egg kind of represents potential. In this case, maybe untapped, but maybe not. Definitely, like, this egg is going to hatch something. Like, this person wants to give birth to something. They want to let something out into the world. And the snake is really guarding something quite special here. So there's something inside of this person definitely that they want to explore. And this might not have been something that they let themselves know about until recently. So this is just really important for you to keep in mind. On the surface, they can seem really confident. They can seem very sure of what they want. They can maybe even come to you and approach you in direct ways at times. But there's this hidden part of themselves that is kind of untapped and unsure, that will cause them to hesitate and to pull back. And that's really because they just aren't really even comfortable with who they are. There's definitely a feeling that they don't believe that they're good enough for you at all. They are not as confident as they seem. I think that is definitely something to keep in mind. If this person is coming across to you as like super confident, they can do whatever they want, they can have whatever they want, they can go wherever they want, that is what they will project, but that is not how they feel inside. Let's take a look at your oracle cards and get more of an idea about this connection, or maybe about this person and how they feel. So we have number 2, yin. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. You deserve love. You are lovable. We have sleek black. And balance, number 35. Okay. So right away, let's just take a look at some of the numbers that are showing up here. We have the number 2. That is a number all about balance. And we also have the balance card coming out. So I do think this person is trying to find some balance when it comes to this connection. I think they might be trying to balance and reconcile what they feel inside versus what they are able to express. If they are not feeling so much confidence, and on the inside they're feeling just very I don't want to say weak, but it's like they feel very vulnerable on the inside. On the outside, they project something that, like, you would not guess that they feel that vulnerable. I think they're trying to figure out how to balance that energy. And then the number 35, that reduces to an 8. So again, we're dealing with like some even numbers, some balanced energies here. There's a balance about this connection. There might be like you feel balanced around this person and they feel balanced around you. It feels like it all balances out, like it weighs out in some way, because we're going to kind of get to the other side of that. But I do think that this person is trying to find balance. It's interesting too, you had yin, and then this balance card shows the yin yang symbol here. So yeah, there's definitely something here. There's something, this symbol might be significant to you. There might be like a yin, yang, or yang, however you want to pronounce it, type of connection in your relationship. But there is something here about balancing energies, about the difference between a receptive energy and a more dominant or forceful, straightforward energy. There is something about that needing to balance out. Now, let's get into this, because I can't answer this myself, but you would know. It's like, why do I get player vibes from this person? like for some of you, this person is a hardcore player, or at least you feel this way about them. And this could be part of that front that they put up. They might really act like they are such a player, like they're so charismatic, like everybody wants them, or they can have whoever they want. There is a vibe of a player energy here. And it really might not be how they move through the world like all the time, but this is definitely how you feel like they're approaching you sometimes. So this person has like smooth talker, suave energy, hardcore, like knowing this about them, knowing that this black egg resides behind the snake, I know that that is not true about them. That is not their true selves. But I do think that they lead with that. They're leading with this charming aspect. If nothing else, they charmed the pants right off of you. They really know the right thing to say. I feel like this is a person that kind of comes into your life sometimes and they say all the right things. They're very flirtatious with you. They are maybe a little bit forward sexually. Maybe you even explore a sexual relationship with this person if that's how your connection is going. And then they'll kind of dip out on you. And yeah, that I'm kind of getting pissed. I'm just tapping into this energy. It's frustrating. It's so irritating. Like this is maybe somebody who calls and wants to hook up. They call after they've been drinking. They call when they're just, feeling themselves, because the reason they're doing that is because they're feeling you. And now that you're not in contact with them, it can be really difficult, like to come to terms with any way that you may have opened up to this person or expressed yourself to this person, because when they pull away, it makes you feel like a little bit uneasy about that. So yeah, they are highly, highly attracted to you. And I think that might be the issue for them, is that they are so attracted to you that they can't always stay away. And if they do stay away for long periods of time, they're doing that because they know that the physical attraction is too much for them to handle and still stay pulled away. Like they will try to connect with you in a physical way. They will flirt with you. They will make it known that they have feelings for you, which I think is what's so frustrating to you, because when you're around them or when you've been around them, they have made it known that they like you. They have made it known that they are attracted to you. They flirt with you, and then they disappear. So that's annoying. You guys, that's really annoying. Let's look at some of these other cards, because I am annoyed by this person and you might be too, but I'll tell you right now, this is not a bad person at all. I don't think this is a bad person. I think they're doing some stuff that's like super annoying, and that's pretty much the extent of it. So with this yin energy coming through in your connection, here's what I will say to you. You are in a place now where you want them to make the next move towards you. You are not looking to chase after this person. If you felt like you did that in the past, it's like you're so over that. At this point, it's like, if this is going to happen, they're going to have to make a move toward me. They're going to have to make themselves known in a real way, not just some flirtatious way or not just a casual hookup or something. Like in a real way, they're going to have to come forward. I think you've put enough energy into this, and now it's time for you to be receptive. It's time for you to receive what you are really looking for in this connection. I also think that you are ready to accept this love. I feel like you're getting more in touch with your your self-worth. So you're able to move on and explore the things that you want to explore, or care for yourself in a meaningful way. Like you're not letting your self-worth be dependent on how this person is responding and reacting, or what moves they're making, but you're totally ready and receptive. You're open to the idea of them coming into your life. If they show up, you're totally ready to receive it. I think you are holding back though. There's like, it's not holding back in a way of like you're being stuck. You're not stuck. You're taking care of yourself and you're doing what you need to do. And you're just more in an energy of allowing something to flow to you. So if they show up in the right way, you're totally receptive to that energy flowing. So that's a good thing. Because you're open to the connection. It's a really good thing. I just keep going back to this flirtatious behavior though, because I feel like it is really frustrating. I think you might wonder too if they're that flirty with other people, if they're so forward with other people. I don't think so. I think that to a certain extent, yeah, they can be flirty by nature because it's the mask that they wear. So it's kind of like they have to be because that's the persona. But no, they're not, because they really don't believe in themselves enough. And in your connection in particular, they're so freaked out that they aren't able to offer you what you deserve. They are really, really freaked out that they can never amount to what you want. And I think that at this point, they know they're in the position where they need to come forward towards you, which makes it even harder because they don't believe that they're good enough. And they have to get up enough nerve to confront you, to tell you how they feel, all while struggling with this inner belief, like struggling with the idea that they could even deserve you. I love this balance energy though, because I think that this is what you're moving toward. I think that you are evaluating if you're getting as much out of this relationship as you've been putting in, and kind of reserving your energy. I won't say holding back, because I don't feel you being very guarded from this person, but you're kind of reserving your energy. Like you're evaluating that. Like, am I getting what I'm putting in? And just kind of reserving it a little bit, like keeping it safe, keeping it warm for when this person does want to show up, but you're just not as outward with your expressions at this point. This "You Deserve Love" card, I really think this is you. It's both of you, really. You are coming to terms with the fact that you deserve a certain kind of love. You deserve the type of love that you have envisioned. You deserve the type of love that you may have even let this person know you want. Not this in and out kind of relationship. Not somebody who's just really calling for a hookup, or just calling to be physical with you, or calling to spend one night with you and then disappearing again. You deserve a deeper kind of love. And I think this person does want to give that to you, but they have to work on their feelings of being deserving before they're going to be able to offer that to you. And I think that that's why this card is really speaking to both of you. They may seem like a person who wants to hold back love from you, who doesn't want to give you what you've asked for, but in reality, they are somebody who really struggles with knowing that they deserve that kind of love in their life as well. So I do want you to kind of like keep your standards in place here, keep everything in check, but kind of understand that this person, when they're being distant, or like they're expressing physical desire towards you and then they disappear, it's not a malicious action. I'm not getting anything malicious here. We're going to look in the tarot and see kind of like what's going on, but it's not malicious. It's more that they can't really resist the connection, especially when it comes to physical. I think you kind of woke them up when it comes to their sexual energy. They feel the most alive and awake and like turned on when they're around you. And it's really difficult for them to hold back when it comes to that. But they're not doing it on purpose. And if anything, they try to stay away from you because they know that they can't control themselves. Like at the very least, they're going to flirt with you. They can't help it. Okay, let's look into this connection. This person though, like these player vibes, it's kind of funny to me. It's frustrating, and I know it's probably really frustrating for you, but I don't think that this person is a player at all. Like in their heart, they just have kind of a charming, charismatic nature about them. And it might also be, like we were talking about, if they're a very creative person, it might be that their creative works draw a lot of attention, and they kind of like, they get a lot of attention, they get a lot of recognition for it, and they kind of just feed off of that. They kind of like lead with that because it's an area that they can feel confident. Okay, we had the Eight of Wands, Four of Swords. Let's get more. Yeah, I think there are certain areas that they can feel confident in, and other areas where they really don't. They really feel quite insecure, and I think that's when it comes to you, they feel really insecure. Okay, had the Three of Cups. Pretty sure that came out in reverse, so I'm going to leave that. I would like one more card. Oh, okay. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So we're dealing with some fast-moving energy when it comes to this person. Now, this will vary depending on what your situation is, but it's like, I'm pretty sure that this energy here is describing kind of how they have in the past popped in and out of your life, because they'll come in pretty fast and they'll come in kind of hot and heavy. They'll come in flirting or wanting to hook up, and then they will pull back and disappear, kind of take some time for themselves. You might not realize that they're taking time for themselves, but that's what they're doing. They're kind of recuperating, they're resting, because it's a lot for them to even be around you. And that's where this frustration is coming from. It's like this fast moving Eight of Wands energy, and then they just totally dip out. It really is frustrating. Just even tapping into it, it's really frustrating. They will retreat after they do that. Let's get some clarity on the Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. We had the Knight of Wands come out to clarify that. So again, they lead with their passion. They come towards you leading with passion. With this Knight of Wands energy, really fast moving energy, very, for a lot of you, really sexually driven energy. If that's the type of relationship that you have with this person, it can be really passionate, very flirtatious energy, and they come in really, really fast. I think this is what they want to do. This retreat kind of feeling, this feeling of kind of taking cover after they have approached you, and at this point maybe they've taken cover for a long time. That's not the energy that they want to be bringing to this connection. They want to move towards you. They want to tell you how they feel, and they want to express, but they end up getting really in their heads about it. And I think that bottom of the deck energy, Five of Cups, yeah, they get really in their head. They feel almost like they've lost you before they've ever had you. Or if you've been with this person before, they feel like they lost you for good in the past. And it's just hard for them to deal with. They feel a lot of sorrow around this connection, and they end up retreating. And it's really because they don't feel good enough. So then we had... we got clarity on that already. We had the Three of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles come out in reverse. So... it just seems like, let's get some clarity. Let's get clarity on that. Ace of Pentacles in reverse again. Okay. And the Four of Wands. This is really confusing energy, and I think that might be what you feel from this person. Ace of Pentacles in reverse coming out to clarify. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I just think that this is like, this person doesn't feel like they can offer you something solid. They don't feel like they're good enough for you. And for some of you, because this is Pentacles energy, and because there's so much doubt in this person's mind, this could have to do with financial matters. This might be somebody who doesn't feel like they are well established enough to offer you something stable, and they don't feel like they're good enough for you. It doesn't have to be financial, but for a lot of you, it is. It's like they want to give you more. They want to be able to buy you that house, that ring, all of that. This Four of Wands coming out, they want that happy home life with you. And that's what they think about, but they also just feel like it's not time to celebrate. Like it's not time to do this. It's not time to gather. It's not time to kind of embrace. I feel like they don't feel like they have any support when it comes to this, like trying to reconcile these feelings. But yeah, they just are not feeling like they can offer you what you need, which might be material. It might be emotionally, they don't feel like they can offer you what you need, but this person definitely just does not feel good enough for you. And that's what's on their mind a lot of the time. Wow, you guys. Yeah, there's so much doubt coming through here. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I almost want to look deeper into this, but I think that it's actually pretty clear. It's kind of confusing because their energy is confusing anyway because they are so hot and cold, but what they want is this Knight of Wands energy. They want this Four of Wands energy. And you see all this energy that comes your direction from them with this flirt card and everything. It's very fiery energy. Eight of Wands, very fiery, passionate energy because the sexual attraction is there and they think about you a lot in that way. They want to offer you something more real and they are not feeling good enough. So I'm going to leave it there, group 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below and let me know. And consider subscribing if you feel called to do that. I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, group 3. If you picked the elephant, this is going to be your reading all about how your person is feeling about your connection right now. This is especially true if you are in little to no contact with your person. So we're going to take a look at the surface level feelings that your person has. So this might be the way that you view them or how you think that they're feeling about the connection. And then we're going to look deeper at their hidden feelings when it comes to this connection. So let's just dive right in. We're going to start with this elephant card as the surface level feelings, and then we'll look at the hidden feelings. So we have the camel. So these are both fire element cards here. Your person might be an Aries, they might be a Leo, they might be a Sagittarius, you may be a fire sign. You don't have to be, but there's definitely a lot of fire energy coming through from this person and from this connection. So there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of maybe even a spiritual connection between the two of you that you are well aware of. So let's look at this elephant. I think that this person has really shown you the ability to be devoted. They've shown the ability to be loyal. They have maybe even demonstrated that they're quite protective over you. This is actually, like, if you're in no contact with this person, I can see why this would be really hurtful and confusing right from the beginning, just looking at these cards, because I think this is somebody who you know is good. Like, you know that their heart is pure. You know that they would make a great family man or woman. You know that they are devoted to their family and they would be devoted to you. You know that they've shown this to you. So this is someone you either connected with really easily, really quickly, or someone who you had an established relationship with before. And I feel like they were doing all the right things. So that's maybe a little bit confusing. Maybe they were only able to do all the right things for a short period of time, but this definitely is somebody who takes family very seriously. So if your no contact situation is caused by maybe disagreements within your family, their family, like something where your families don't get along, or something that really is pulling their attention away because they need to be devoted to their family in some way, they might need to care for their family, or there might be family obligations that are holding them back. This might be something you're aware of because it is showing up in their surface level feelings. So it might be that family issues have pulled you apart. This could also be that this is someone who has a family of their own. They might be a parent, and it might be a little difficult for them to pursue the relationship because they are so busy with caring for their children. So again, I think that's something you'd probably be aware of because it's showing up on their surface level. I think that this is someone who has really demonstrated the ability to be determined and to kind of like blast through obstacles. So this is definitely somebody who you view as like they can do it all. They are very competent. They are very capable. I think you admire that about them. I think that could also mean that they're somebody who takes on a lot. They might be somebody who's super busy with their work because they are pursuing a promotion, or they're studying in school. Like maybe they're doing both. I do get a feeling that they might be really busy or have a lot of responsibility, because there's this feeling that like you view them as somebody who's very determined and who kind of has their eye on the prize, and if something gets in their way, they're going to figure out how to get through the obstacle. And I really through is an important word. This isn't somebody who goes around the obstacle. This is somebody who blasts through the obstacle. They will trample the obstacle if need be, which I can kind of see again, like that's frustrating because whatever issue you're having in your relationship or whatever's keeping you apart, I think maybe you are wondering why they can't blast through that obstacle the way you've seen them tackle other obstacles in the past. Why can't they do that with this? So, we'll get into that and kind of see maybe where their head is. This is somebody who's really connected. They might be spiritually connected on their own, or you might feel a deep spiritual connection with this person with all this fire energy. And then this third eye being kind of lit up on this elephant. Definitely, there's a wisdom here. There's a connectedness here. There's something there. And I do also like, this person feels so pure and so gentle with you. I think that's really important. Like the feeling that they're giving me, it's kind of, I think that's how they made you feel. They make you feel cared for. They make you feel warm. They make you feel held. They make you feel a sense of calm. Like if you tend to be an anxious person, I think this is somebody who really would just bring a lot of calm to your experience. And that's probably why you feel so connected to them. Also, like, I think this is the part of the reason that they make you feel so held and heard is because memory. This might be somebody who has a great memory. Elephants are known for their memory, so this might be somebody who like never forgets your birthday. They always remember how you take your coffee or what your favorite flower is, or the fact that you had a test that day, and they would call to ask you how it went, or maybe you interviewed for a job and they didn't forget that was the day of the interview. Like they make you feel like they care about you, like they care what's going on in your life. Yeah, I think this would be a difficult connection to lose because this person feels like they were kind of like your rock. The thing about this is with the camel being the hidden aspects of this person. This is somebody who is very dependable, somebody who you felt you could depend on. But the issue with that is this is also a person who only relies on themselves. They don't have that support necessarily from the people in their lives, and they take on a lot of responsibility. So they don't feel like they can trust. They don't feel like they can make time for connections where they're going to have to depend that somebody else is going to be there for them. They really take on responsibilities on their own. And I feel like that's not something that they necessarily have shared with you, that they don't feel like they are being cared for. Not in this connection necessarily. It could have been in this connection, but I think it's just in general, just with everything they have going on in their lives, they feel like they can only depend on themselves. I think they really have to feel valued in the connection. So we'll look into the cards and see if they did feel valued in this connection or not. But it's like really important that they feel valued because they take on so much. And I think maybe this is somebody who doesn't get a lot of recognition on a day-to-day basis. So that's something that would make them feel important and secure in a connection. They're really, really hard on themselves. Super hard on themselves. And they may even be hard on themselves about not showing up for you. They are definitely hard. In this connection, that's what they're thinking about on a daily basis. That's what they're beating themselves up over. The fact that they are not showing up for you in the way that they think they should, in the way they know you deserve, in the way that you asked for and they remember. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of them being kind of afraid to open their heart to this connection. Let's look in your oracle cards and see what else we can discover about what's going on in this person's head. So we have deep knowing. Yeah. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. We have verified blue. And hope, number 31. Okay. So I've been really looking at the numbers first off. So let's take a look at these numbers. We have number 43 on the Deep Knowing card. So that reduces to a 7. Sevens are about discovery, a lot of times self-discovery and reflection. They are thinking about this relationship and this connection a lot. This is on their mind a lot. Like we were talking about, they probably, because they feel such a sense of responsibility and such a protective nature over you, they probably are beating themselves up about not being in contact with you, not supporting you the way that they know you need and the way that they feel you deserve. And with the Hope card, we have a 31 that reduces to a 4. 4s are about stability. 4s are about home life. So this is somebody who probably thinks a lot about creating a family and a stable home with you. I think this is someone who does value stability. So I think not being in contact is really, it's like, it does not feel right to them at all. It does not feel in line with what they want to bring into this connection. So we have this Deep Knowing card. We have this Soulmate card. This person is well aware that you are their soulmate. That is why, like, I think for a lot of you, this has a lot to do with family issues. This has a lot to do with maybe cultural differences, maybe a distance, maybe like family members that need to be cared for that don't agree with the connection. Maybe you or your partner have children and that's kind of making this relationship a little bit more complicated. But I feel for this person, there is a lot of outside influences that are making them not be able to connect with you the way that they want to, but there is this really strong feeling that they want to. Like, I'm not questioning their intentions towards you at all. They want to be with you. They want to build a home with you. They want to build a family with you. They want something strong and stable. And there is something holding them back from that. Let's look at this codependency card because this can be interpreted a couple of different ways. So I think that this person is feeling a lot of nerves when it comes to getting attached again. So this could have been somebody who was in a very long-term committed relationship in the past, and it did not go well for them because there's this feeling that like they don't want to depend on somebody else. Back to that camel energy, they're super self-reliant, and I think maybe in the past they've opened themselves up to the possibility of getting hurt by relying on somebody, by counting on somebody to be there, by counting on somebody to consider their feelings the way that they consider other people's feelings, and then that person didn't show up. So there is this sense of just really not wanting to get hooked on you, on this attachment, to not want to, like, I don't want to say addicted to, because I think this person is very level-headed, but there is kind of a feeling of there's just strong attraction. There's something that's drawing them to you into this connection very, very strongly, and that scares them because it is so strong that it's going to open them up to the possibility of getting hurt, and they don't want to be reliant on someone else. They don't want to have to depend on somebody to show up for them and to care for them. They don't want to do that. They have been burned by that in the past. This Verified Blue card is really like this is like they want to go official. Like we were talking about that home life type of thing. They do recognize that this is a soulmate connection, and what they want to do, how they want to come towards you, is to be able to go official. Like they want to, there's this feeling of like go Facebook official. Like they want to put on their profile in a relationship. They want to tell their friends and family, I'm in a relationship with this person. They want to shout from the rooftops that they're in a relationship with you. But there is something holding them back from doing that. That's their intention towards you. That's their hope. And we have the Hope card here. This is a very positive card. This is a card that really encourages you. It's kind of encouragement for both of you. It's like, things are going to get better here. Don't give up on this connection. Things will get better. And really, they're right now, or at times, this may have seemed like a hopeless connection. There is hope here. And this person knows and is aware of the depth of this connection. It's not lost on them. You, I'm sure, are aware that this is your soulmate. You've thought that plenty of times. Maybe this is confirmation for you that this is in fact your soulmate. But don't think you're the only one in this connection that realizes that. They realize that. This is someone who wants to show up for you in a really significant way, in a really stable way. They want to be able to offer you everything that you deserve. For some of you, there could be a bit of addiction, substance abuse going on here. I don't think that's for most of you, but for some of you, your person could be struggling with substance abuse and they really want to get that cleaned up before they come towards you, because there's really a sense that for most of this, it's outside circumstances that are keeping this connection from really blossoming. It's not so much the person. There is a little bit of fear here because they don't want to rely on the connection. They don't want to open their hearts to the connection, but they're so aware of how special this is. There is a feeling of a lot of outside influences and of needing and getting the approval of others with this verified blue card. Like somebody needs approval from others, or the disapproval of someone is stopping this connection. But it can also be a substance abuse issue that this person really wants to get sorted out before they come together with you. It could be a substance abuse issue in their family, and maybe somebody that they need to help before they can show up in your life the way that they want to. Let's get some tarot and see if we can get more clarity about this. Okay, let's look at that, because this is a lot of cards, so I'll see if I can take them all. Oh, it was just 3. We can do this. King of Swords, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Let me not speak on this. Let's pull one more card, but just know that I'm feeling real excited. I think there really is a certain maturity that about this person, about this connection in general. So you don't have to worry. This person's not playing games. Wow. Strength card. Whoa, you guys. This person's not playing games. They are, they're serious and they know what this is. And based on what I'm seeing here, what this is some real, it's some real soulmate, divine partner, having everything you ever asked for energy coming through with this connection. This person is not distanced from you because they don't want you. They are distant for some other reason. It's something outside. Whoa. It's something outside that's causing this separation in most cases. King of Swords energy, somebody who wants to be upfront and straightforward with you. They may have even been in the past. Queen of Swords coming out to clarify that. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. In group 1, we had a similar thing happen. We had the King and Queen of Wands come out, and now we have the King and Queen of Swords. So I think, again, like I was kind of picking up on for group 1, this King of Swords, I think, is representing your person, and this Queen of Swords is representing you. It doesn't matter what gender you identify with. This Queen could identify as male, and the King could identify as female. It makes no difference. This could be 2 males, 2 females. It's really more about the energy of it. But this is coming through as divine partners, like a real fated kind of union, people who are perfect for each other. And I think both of you recognize that and see that, both of these cards coming out in the upright. This person wants to communicate with you. They want to make their feelings known if they haven't done so already. And potentially there is a feeling, star energy on the bottom of the deck. This is more hopeful energy. We have the hope card coming out. I'm getting really excited for you because it looks like this connection will find a way to come together. There may also be, with this Swords energy, because there's such a maturity and such a groundedness to this connection, I feel like the 2 of you may have expressed your feelings for each other already. It may be known and out in the open because there's just such a mature energy here. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, soulmate energy. but there may be a need to express to other people outside of the connection exactly what's going on here with all of the Swords energy. This might be a matter of telling your family, like, look, I'm with this person, and that's just how it is, or announcing it to the world, or letting go of a past relationship that might be holding this connection back, and just, you know, being upfront with that person. Okay, and then there's the Four of Cups coming out here. So yeah, there's a feeling of needing to kind of balance this out, weighing options. I think there is a lot going on here. There's a lot, it feels like there's a lot at stake. So yeah, a lot of family issues. This Strength card really tells me that there is going to be kind of like a determinedness, a fierceness offered by this person. And the Four of Cups came out to clarify this. So to me, this is really saying that this person is not interested in other offers. They're not interested in other ways of doing things. If their family has a way that they want them to do things, maybe a particular person they want them to marry, they're not interested in all of this. They're going to find the strength and kind of like a determined force within them to move forward in this connection the way that they want to, because we have Nine of Pentacles energy here. We have like wishes fulfilled energy. There is something they need to balance out though. And I think for a lot of you, it's something with your or their family. There's some family issues. There's some responsibilities they have, something they need to figure out how to get together. But it's like, no, this is a beautiful connection, and they know what it is. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Group 3. I loved reading for you today. If you liked this reading, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below and let me know. And consider subscribing if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, Group 4. If you picked the Cobra, this is going to be your reading all about how your person is feeling about your connection right now. And this is all especially true if you are in little to no contact with this person. So we're going to take a look at some of this person's surface level energy. This might be the way that you view them or how they come across. And then we're going to look at some of their hidden feelings down below, the things that you probably aren't aware of are going on inside of them. So let's go ahead and jump in. We have this Cobra energy to begin with. This is more how you're viewing them or how they're coming across on the surface. And beneath that, we have Starfish energy. Okay, so we've got fire and water energy. Your person may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They don't have to be these signs, but it's just interesting to note the kind of energy that's coming through here. You may be a fire or a water sign. I also I always find it interesting when I feel like this person might have a lot of opposing feelings and energies going on with the fire energy and the water energy, because the water would just put out the fire. So these aren't energies that often work well together because one will hinder the other. So that's just something to note, that they might be struggling with a lot of internal conflict when it comes to this connection, because they don't have these two elements that are going to like kind of feed into each other. It feels a little bit stunted. Okay, let's start with the Cobra. So I'm really picking up on it. It's interesting because I was just talking about that stunted kind of like that energy. So what I'm picking up on with this Cobra is that you feel like this person is not doing anything. You feel like there is no movement coming on their part. Like they are not taking action, and they're not making moves towards you, and they're not letting you know how they feel, and they're not communicating, and they're not sending you a message. Like they aren't doing anything. It's not true. I really am picking up already. There's a lot of strong kind of heavy energy coming from this person. Heaviness in my chest, like a real weighted feeling, real like I need to take a deep breath. So let me try to calm down. They are going through a really intense period of inner reflection and inner learning, and really a waiting period. They're in a waiting period right now. And I just want to emphasize that this is a pause. It's not a stop. It might look to you like it's a full stop, and it isn't. It's them pausing. And maybe their pause has gone on for far too long. I'll give you that, because I think for a lot of you, it's just like, come on, this is ridiculous. It doesn't take this long. But this is how long it's taking them. And they are not, their intention is not to stop or give up. They're actually going through a pretty deep and intense inner transformation during this time that you're not in contact with them, or you're not in contact with them often. They are changing a lot. Even if when you see them, if you run into them from time to time, or you have the opportunity to see them, they may seem completely unchanged. This is all inside stuff. This is all internal, what's going on. They're reflecting a lot on themselves. They're discovering a lot about themselves. I'll also tell you right off, this person is extremely guarded. They are very protected. This is both internal and external. So this is something strong with this person. They are, imagine this cobra kind of standing guard at this person's heart, because that's how strong this energy is. If you try to get at their heart, this cobra is going to snap at you. This cobra might just bite you. Like, that's how serious this is. And I think this is something that you know about on the surface of this person. It's something you may have experienced, them snapping at you, being really short with you. When you've tried to get close to them, they've had a reaction to that. And that could have come in many forms. That could have come in, like, you get into an argument. They are very short with you. They're very sarcastic. They could have just pulled away at that point. Once things started to get close and heat up, they totally just retreated, pulled away, cut you out. They seemed cold. They could have seemed like a completely different person. That's that protective energy. That's that cobra energy. It's fiery. And it's all coming from a place of protection. And it's to protect themselves. So often when there's something inside to protect, people lash out, and that's what this person would do. When I look at the starfish energy, and what the starfish tells me is that their heart is guarded by a hard shell. This is usually somebody with a super tender heart. They are very loving, they're very giving, they're very sensitive. Even if they don't let on, they are extremely sensitive, and they keep their heart kind of locked away in this hard shell. So this is someone who's afraid to open up. They've been very fearful about that. Their heart is on lockdown. They probably have not, there is literally no indication here that they would have expressed that to you. They may have, but I think for most of you, this isn't somebody who told you, look, I'm scared, I'm freaking out because I think we're getting close, because I think I have feelings. They didn't tell you that. They just snapped at you. They just shut you out. Okay. This is really, really interesting energy, because I'm getting that guarded feeling in both cases, like in their more surface level and their deeper feelings about this. Super, super guarded. You probably already know that, but just know this isn't something they felt comfortable telling you. It's not something they felt comfortable expressing. It might not have even been something that they realized at the time that it was going on. That's why the pause. That's why this separation, like I was saying, it's a pause, it's not a stop. They're trying to figure this part of themselves out, because when they've lashed out in the past, they didn't even realize why they were doing it. They didn't even realize it's because, oh, I'm freaking out because I feel something. Like, I feel something in my heart and I don't want to. I don't like that. They didn't realize why. So now is a time for them to reflect on that and figure that out. Let's look into your oracle cards. Okay, we have serendipity, number 18. We have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I was kind of picking up on that for a lot of you. This is somebody who you were in a full-blown relationship with, or it was headed that way. Like, it was it was there and then they flipped out, and it might not have even been an outward flip out, but they flipped out inside. I'm telling you that. They flipped out and they pulled away. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. We have Sunrise. And number 10, Guarded. Of course we do, you guys. Of course we have Guarded. This, if there was one word to describe this person, that would be it. Guarded. Extremely guarded. Okay. I've been looking at the numbers of the cards first to just kind of see what we've got going on. So on Serendipity, we have number 18, which reduces to a 9. I was going to say number 8, but no, number 18 reduces to a 9. So, it's so interesting. Okay. I want to take them step by step, but really I want to talk about these two cards, this Guarded card and the Serendipity card at the same time, because the Serendipity card is reducing to a 9, which really talks about completion and like fulfillment, like something being almost done. And then the number 10 is like that too, like completion, the end of a cycle, the beginning of something new. So I do think that this guardedness is something this person is moving away from. And that is, again, why they're taking a little bit of time to themselves to reflect on all of this and to kind of figure out who they are and what they're doing, like why they are reacting the way that they are reacting to a meaningful connection that comes into their lives. This is a cycle that feels like it is wrapping up. You have this reconciliation card coming out. For so many of you, this is a relationship, a past relationship. Somebody who you were with or who you saw commitment with, you were getting really close to them. They are going to be coming back into your life. Like, they're just trying to get themselves together a little bit. Let's talk about this Sunrise card. This Sunrise card is all about new beginnings. This is like the bright new morning that's full of hope and potential as the sun is rising on a brand new day. So I really think that that is talking again about this sense of completing a cycle. They're wrapping something up here. They are wrapping up a cycle of being guarded, and they're going to have to figure out how to unchain this heart. This heart, I'm not going to lie and say this is going to be easy, because this protective energy is coming through so strong. This hard shell of the starfish and these kind of like thorny chains that are around this heart here with the shield behind it. This is like layers on layers on layers of protection that this person is going to have to break down. And it'll be different for everybody at what stage they are in this breakdown of this wall that they've built up around their heart. Some people might be really far into this process and others not so much. I do think it's hopeful that we're seeing the 9 and the 10. We are getting a sense that this is coming to completion. For some of you, it's coming to completion like super soon. And for others, I think it's still soon. It just might not be tomorrow. But this is a lot of work this person is doing. We have this give your relationship a chance. And I really think that this person wants to give it another shot. They have discovered where they went wrong here. They are really clear on how they sabotaged this relationship, all to keep themselves protected. They protected themselves so much that they pushed you away. And they see that now. They see exactly what they've done. They see exactly what they lost. Yeah. I didn't really even get into the Serendipity card. Here's what it is about this card. This card is really about opportunity meeting readiness. So let's use a different example. Let's say that somebody was like studying to... Let's say someone was studying to become a teacher, so they wanted to teach a certain subject. And maybe it's not like traditional classroom settings, but let's say they're studying, they're practicing maybe their yoga practice or something, and they want to lead a class. They want to lead a yoga class. Now, if they never practice yoga, if they don't study the different poses, if they don't study the names, if they don't like figure out what the perfect alignment is and really work on their craft, then if the opportunity came toward them to lead a class, they wouldn't be ready to step into that role. So the serendipity card really talks about, like, it's not just luck that this is happening. It's really something that you've put in the work for. And then when the opportunity comes, you're ready to step into that role because you have been working on it. This is how this person is viewing this connection. They are working on themselves. They don't know if you'll be open to them, to receiving them, if you'll be willing to forgive them. But they are working on themselves so that if and when that opportunity presents itself, they are ready to be a different version than they were before. There may be an opportunity in the near future for the two of you to reconnect. There might be something like a social situation, a party, a gathering of some sort. Maybe you have friends in common and they get together. Something like that is going to present an opportunity, probably in the near future, for the two of you to be in the same space. And I think that's going to give them the chance that they've been waiting for. And it'll feel like it's serendipitous. It will be, but the work that they've put in, exploring themselves and trying their best to break this wall down, is what's really going to drive that forward. They are ready for this. They are hesitant to present themselves to you. I don't think they're really sure if they've done enough work, but they have done a lot of work and they're really hesitant to do that. So they're like waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for that perfect moment. And I think a lot of this is about like it's a planning, a plotting, like almost before they strike type of energy with this Cobra. They want to strike, not in a hurtful way like they may have done in the past. They want to strike and like reconnect with you. They want to get this connection going again. And they're waiting for that right time. It's like they're waiting for a sign. They're waiting for, like, when are you going to just show up at my door so I can tell you this? And it's not likely, because if you're not speaking to this person, it's not likely that you're just going to end up in the same place. But I think an opportunity may present itself very soon for them to show you how they've changed, what they've been working on, and kind of like the new version of themselves. They want this. They want this, and it's not, they think about it all the time because they're working on themselves all the time to prepare themselves for this situation. They're ready to be new. Yeah, this is somebody who's really waiting and ready to be a transformed person. Transformation is really apparent here. Let's pull some tarot. I do think it's important to note that because this person is so naturally protective, that's going to extend to you and to this relationship when the two of you are able to come together. They're not going to have to guard their hearts as much, and I think they've learned how to not do that so much. So this is somebody who will feel very protective towards you. I feel like this card wanted to come out. 8 of Wands, that came out in one of the other readings, maybe 2. I don't remember. This is somebody who really has felt very protective towards you, and they're going to be able to express that because they've been using all that energy to protect themselves. So this might be somebody you've noticed that about, that they will kind of protect you, guard you with that same ferocity that they were guarding their heart. All these cards came out. And I haven't been taking this many cards, but what's really interesting is they came out to clarify each one of these other cards. So let's go through it because this is going to give us so much insight. So let's start over here with the Tower. This came out clarifying guarded. So yeah, this person has had a huge disruptive moment, a Tower moment, and that Tower moment could have been triggered by your relationship, by your connection. They freaked the F out. Like, I can't even say that like prettier. They freaked out by the connection that they feel with you. Their heart was on lock, and you started like jiggling the handle. You started trying to pick that lock, and that freaked them out. It sent them into a Tower moment. It wasn't comfortable for them. I don't think it was comfortable for you either. But yeah, that's definitely, that definitely clarifies that guarded card. Let's move on to this reconciliation card, and we have the Hanged Man. There's so much clarity coming through in your reading that I am actually shocked right now. We talked about this. This person's waiting. They're waiting for the right time to approach you. They're waiting for this serendipitous moment. And then here we have the Hanged Man with reconciliation. They are waiting to reconcile with you. They are waiting to get this connection back going. They're waiting for a sign. They are really just like, holding tight. Like, I think it's hard for them to do it because they kind of want to rush forward and announce they're ready and like they're sorry, but they're waiting because they're so unsure about if they've done enough work. They're so unsure about if you're going to accept them. But really, yeah, there is this feeling, like we were saying before, they're just waiting for that right time. Okay, we have serendipity and we have this King of Wands energy. This really shows that when this person feels that the time is right, if it is that the two of you are going to kind of find yourselves in the same situation very soon, physically close to each other in proximity, or there's some opportunity for them to reach out to you, they are going to reach out to you. They're going to take that opportunity. They've been preparing for it. So there's not going to be hesitation once they know, like, here's my shot. They are, they're ready. They're ready to take that shot. They're going to come through with their feelings. They're going to come through with like a real sense of control over themselves and of accomplishment. I think they're proud of what they've done. I think you'll be proud of what they've done too, of how they've been able to grow and improve in this time that you've been apart. Okay, we had this Eight of Cups come out with the give your relationship a chance. A lot of you may be a little bit like, I don't want to use the word guarded because that is reserved for your person, but you might be a little bit reluctant to accept this connection. Like, you remember what they've done, and although you would love to give them a chance, it's like you don't know if you can trust it. And this is definitely something that you walked away from. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know if you could make this relationship work or not, and you walked away from it. But this is really telling you, you know, maybe turn back around. When this opportunity presents itself, turn back around and see what they have to say. And this Sunrise card and the Eight of Wands, this is a transformation that's going to happen really fast. I think that the transformation for them wasn't necessarily fast. At least it didn't feel like it to them, because it was really hard work for them to deal with this guarded heart energy that they have. But I think this is something that once they show it to you, they show the way that they've changed and transformed, it's going to feel like boom, like everything's moving, everything's shaking, and like the two of you are able to move forward pretty fast. For most of you, this really is a relationship that you were established in and it fell apart. So I think you're going to be able to pick right back up where you left off, and things might happen fast. You might be moving in together really fast. You might be moving closer to each other really fast. It might seem like the relationship is rushing forward, but it's probably because you've already been here before. You've already known this person before. You feel familiar with each other. I think you feel pretty safe and confident once you can see how this person has changed. I am going to pull a couple more cards. I've been clarifying these cards in the other readings. In this case, I do not feel the need to do that because every single one of these cards that came out clarified your oracle cards so beautifully. But just because I did it in the other ones, let's go ahead and give you a little more clarification. We have the Two of Wands coming out. This did show up in another reading. I feel like it was group 1. This is really a planning kind of energy, and I think we talked about that. This person has been planning, and they're just kind of like, they're in a bit of a standstill. They're waiting to see if their plans will work. And I think in this case, the plan is this transformation. The plan is all of the moves that they've made to show up as a different person. But just know their heart's in the right place. Their energy has been in the right place. They weren't just taking this time to do nothing. They have been really, this card wanted to flip. They've been really like really focused on this connection for some of you a long time. If the separation has been long, it's still on their mind. The Empress come out in reverse. So it's funny because the cards are kind of going, I don't know if we need any more clarification. Like, I feel like this Two of Wands really is further clarifying this sort of stagnant energy, this sort of planning energy. And this Empress card in reverse is kind of clarifying this. This is your energy here. This feeling of walking away, feeling kind of defeated. And then I feel like this connection coming to an end really, it felt like it stagnated you. It felt like your creative juices were kind of like tapped out at this point. Like, just, it probably ended abruptly. And I think for a lot of you, this is someone you saw starting a family with, and then those dreams just, they were just gone. I really believe that the reason these cards are coming up here is because give your relationship a chance is more of, this is more for you than for them. I think they already know that they want to give this relationship a chance. They're pretty sure of it. They've been working on it, and this is what they are determined to do. And in your case, it might be a little bit harder because you kind of remember how much this person hurt you. As much as you want to be with them, your mind goes back to the things that they've done to hurt you, or the ways that they just kind of left you hanging. So there's this part of you, like this is what you have to remember as you're trying to figure out if you're going to move forward with this. You have to remember the ways that you walked away. I'm not saying you need to remember. I'm saying you're confronted with these memories. Like, I had to just walk away because I didn't know what you were doing. I'm hurt by that. I had dreams of starting a family, of creating things with you, of maybe starting a business or building a home with you. I had dreams of that, and you kind of threw them all away. So it is going to take forgiveness on your part, because clearly the separation has been hurtful for you. This person is changing though. This person is doing the work, and that is a beautiful thing. So I'm going to leave your reading there, group 4. This is a beautiful reading. I really enjoyed reading for you today. If you liked this reading, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and let me know all about it, what parts of this resonated for you, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do that. I will see you in your next reading, group 4. Bye.